Leaders arise, change makers arise. Your voice must be heard, your light must be seen. Your sweat and the stretch must count. Go! The nation has come. Break the shout. Break the chains. Must count. Break the chains.
Good evening. Welcome to Lead Well Leadership Show. I'm super excited to have you join me once again for the Lead Well Leadership Show. Tonight is another edition of that show that you love. And I still remain your anchor, your host, Fekurite Emmanuel. And I just want to welcome you once again. It's a great delight having you watch and join me on this stream tonight. And I just want to tell you that, like previous episodes, your life will be transformed. Your life will be changed even with the words that you'll be hearing from my lips tonight. First of all, I want to send greetings from our president and founder, Reverend David Odinla Fakunda, alongside his wife, Reverend Mrs. Hope Odinla Fakunda. They send their greetings. Tonight is a very, very important night in the show because we'll be addressing a very, very important topic. A topic that literally encapsulates everything leadership is all about. The topic that literally bettered leadership. That's what we are going to be talking about tonight. And you remember, just like our mission is, we are raising a new generation of visionary leaders with a mandate to bring about change and make impact in our world. And I believe that is one thing that we do each time we watch the Lead Well Leadership Show and we go out into the world. We make impact, we practice the things that we are being taught, and things begin to change for good. So I just want to implore you once again to share this stream. Message that your friend that you know should be on this show. Tell them it's live right now. They can connect. You can share on all social media platforms, and you'll be doing somebody one of the greatest favor you have ever done to them. Now, tonight's topic, as I'll be addressing it, is a very powerful one, and I want your rapt attention. This is not one of those topics where your attention will be divided. If you know you are doing something, I want you to leave that thing you are doing and focus on listening to this. Even after now, I want you to listen again, because the things you'll be hearing are things that you still need to listen to over and over again for you to have a better understanding of what we are going to be discussing tonight. Now, the topic for tonight, I titled it Leadership Navigations. Leadership Navigations. Now, somebody might be wondering why this kind of title. It looks bogus, right? Leadership Navigations. That is because the topic tonight is a very powerful one and a very important one at that. Now, leadership navigations, we have been talking about leadership for the past few weeks, talking about what a leader is, talking about influence, leading by example, leading people, making them become better versions of themselves. And we have been talking about all that. Now, leadership navigations is literally the bedrock. It's literally the foundation of effective leadership. It is. Because, okay, I want to give you an analogy now. If there is a crew, there must be a captain. There is no crew without a captain, right? There is no crew without a captain. And when they are going on that sojourn on the sea, there is a destination they have in mind. That's why many of them have maps. They have maps. They have coordinates, right? They have coordinates. Because without that coordinate, their movements will not be coordinated. And I'm not just trying to say that, but literally, their movements will not be coordinated on the sea. So it means that there are coordinates that they follow. So there are coordinates of, okay, we are going to this particular nation. There is a coordinate that if we follow, we know we will get to our destination. That is why success is actually predictable. Some persons think success is something you can stumble upon, or effective leadership is something you can stumble upon just one day. But I'm telling you that it is something that is predictable. Why is it predictable? There is a pattern. I get what I'm saying. There is a pattern. There is a map. There is a coordinate that if you follow, you will have the same result as those that have gone before you. Meaning that if you follow a particular path, there is definitely somewhere you are supposed to. I get what I'm saying. There's somewhere you are supposed to get to. That's why we say leadership navigations. Now, what is leadership navigation in just simple terms? Leadership navigation involves a leader's ability to guide their team towards a defined goal by charting a course, anticipating challenges, and making decisions based on available information. It's about ensuring the vision is realized through effective planning, communication, and adaptability. That is what leadership navigation is. I'm going to say it over again, but I want you to understand that there is a course, right? They are charting a course. There is something they are trying to do. There is somewhere they are trying to go. So it means that there is no leader without a destination in view. And that is where leadership comes from. Leadership comes from a person with a vision. Meaning, a person without a vision should not be followed. Because vision, what vision does for you is that vision gives you an end from the beginning. And as long as you see that end that you are going to, it gives you the tenacity and the ability to press on. And you keep moving in the direction of the vision you have. So I'm telling you that when we say leadership navigation, we are talking about the fact that that person literally has a vision that is working on, a vision that is in his heart. And it's not just leading people astray. No, it's taking them in a particular direction to a particular destination. So leadership navigation, once again, it involves a leader's ability to guide their team towards a defined goal. So their goal must be defined. It must be accurate. It must be specific. Are you getting me? It is not something that can be done just by you blindfolding your eyes. No, your eyes must be open, because for vision to be possible, you must have the power of sight, right? Now, towards a defined goal by charting a course, anticipating challenges, and making decisions based on available information. It's about more than just having a vision. It's about ensuring the vision is realized through effective planning, communication, and adaptability. From that definition, we can see that having that vision alone is not enough. But it starts with that leader having that vision at heart. So it means that if the vision is not there, there is no tangible progress that can be recorded. I get what I'm saying. Are you following? Are you following? There is no tangible progress that can be recorded if there is no vision at heart. So he's saying that vision is literally the foundation of every great leadership structure. So you are a leader right here. You have people under you. What makes your leadership effective is not the fact that you have authority or you have more influence. No, I told you last time. I said even bad things can give you influence, right? Bad things can give you influence. You can be a dictator. I get what I'm saying. But I'm saying that what gives you real power as a leader is when you have a vision. Now, leadership navigation is very important. It is very important because it controls critical aspects of leadership. It controls critical aspects of leadership. Now, to share with us few reasons why leadership navigation is very, very important and something that we should take note of. Number one, I want you to make sure you're writing, get out your writing materials, and take note of these things. Take note of these points. Why is it important? Number one, enhanced performance. Enhanced performance. See, effective navigation helps teams to achieve their objectives more efficiently and effectively, leading to improved performance. Enhanced performance. There is a goal they have in mind. There is a kind of work rate that should be put into it. There's a level of excellence that the team should have, right? Because if they want a particular kind of result, they must know where they are going. It's just like, see, there's no two way around it actually. If you are to draw a portrait of me, it should look like me. It should not look like this flower, right? That is because right here, you can see me. You can see my face. So you are about to draw a portrait of me. When you draw a portrait and I'm seeing this flower on it, it means you did, I would say beyond my expectation, because you literally did less than my expectation. So enhanced performance. So when you have a vision in view and you have a direction, you have enhanced performance. Organizational growth. Every organization wants to grow. Every organization is meant to start small or start somewhere, but that organization is not meant to remain at that same point, at that same level. So when a leader has a destination in view, what happens is that leadership structure or that organization, it begins to metamorph into something bigger. I get me, just like the butterfly or the caterpillar, it begins to metamorph and it begins to change. And over time, you will discover that that same organization that just started in one corner of the world, very soon is global. Very soon, people are talking about that organization everywhere because they are saying, wow, these people, I love their level of performance. I love their level of growth. Are you getting what I'm saying? They keep improving. They are never at the same spot. Oh, their product was like this last year. They have improved. That is because the leader, for example, we have many companies today that didn't start their companies with the products you know them with. They didn't start their companies that way. They started with just a product that they felt they could start with. But over time, they began to integrate many things. Many of you know Amazon, right? You know Jeff Bezos. He didn't really start Amazon doing the things it does today that brings in billions. I guess what I'm saying. It just started as a bookstore. Later an online bookstore. But it grew. The business grew because his leadership evolved. The things he's doing today, they do not come as a shock to him. When you see every great leader, there is one consistent pattern I have observed. Nothing comes as a shock. Nothing comes as a surprise to them. Now, meanwhile, the followers will be there shouting, wow, we finally made it. Maybe we finally made our first 1 billion. Or we finally made our first international sale. The leader is not surprised. Meanwhile, the leader is not necessarily ungrateful, but the leader is not surprised. Because for you to be an effective leader, one ability you must have is being able to see the end from the beginning. So it means that leader from the early days has been able to see where he's going in life. Has been able to see that, oh, this company, in my rating, in the next 5 to 10 years, this company should be in maybe 20 countries of the world, 100 countries of the world. I get what I'm saying. So that leader will not be surprised. When that leader begins to see massive level of increase and growth, the leader will not be surprised. The leader will just need more wisdom to navigate, more wisdom to push forward. I get me. So one thing that makes you a leader is that ability to see. Now, another reason why we need to talk about this is success in uncertain times. In today's complex and rapidly changing world, effective navigation helps leaders guide their teams through uncertainty and achieve their goals. That is because on the journey of leadership, if you are saying you are really navigating, you must understand that if you are on the sea and you are with your crew, there's one thing that every captain is not necessarily afraid of, but they know it's bound to happen most of the time. And that is a storm. There is usually storm at sea. So for you to be an effective leader, you must not just have the power to see. Why it's important we talk about navigation is you must have what it takes to go through the storm. Because I tell you, storms will come. It's something that is actually bound to happen naturally. Storms will always come. Maybe your company goes through a crisis that your company almost folds up. I get me. You almost go bankrupt. Somebody like Elon Musk, that guy is one leader that really shows tenacity and belief in what he knows. Because when he started, he was not at that global level, but he had this belief that if I continue on this path at this pace, I will get there. Now, his company almost folded up many times. He had to sell many of his companies. There are many companies that were co-founded by Elon Musk, but they had to be sold because at that time, he needed money urgently. Because literally, the court would have taken every single thing he owned. So I'm literally telling you that many of these great leaders, they literally hit rock bottom. Somebody like Nelson Mandela, he went to prison for many years. Just because there was something he believed. He believed in a free Africa. He believed in a free South Africa. He believed that everybody should have equal rights. And because of that vision he had of a future that there will be equality, that there will be freedom, he suffered. He suffered. That was one of the challenges. He suffered. He went through the storm of life. He went through the storm of life. Martin Luther, oh my God. Martin Luther is somebody I love so much. Martin Luther, oh my God. I have a dream. How many of you remember that? I have a dream. Martin Luther had a dream. So many people use the word dream instead of vision and say, I have a dream. For example, when you say you have a dream, means there is something you have in mind. There is an expectation you have, right? There is somewhere you are going. And you say, I have a dream. Martin Luther always said, I have a dream that a day is coming in America. Every citizen, black or white, will be free. They will be equal. There will be no racism. I get what I'm saying. He was fighting for something that was beyond him. He was not just fighting for himself. If he decided to just live a normal life, he was well to do. He had money, he had influence, he had power. So he could have just stayed on his own and say, oh, let me leave these people to keep suffering. Back then they called them niggers. Niggers. Now many persons say that word like it's an encouragement. It's an insult. They call the blacks niggers. When they enter the buses back then, they literally stand. Literally in the hospitals, they can't treat them very well the way they treat the whites. They prioritize the whites above the blacks back then. And Martin Luther was pained. He had to fight for these things. But he went through the painful ordeal. He didn't come at a cheap cost. Because I'll tell you something right now that you must never forget. Effective leadership will always cost you something. It will always cost you something. It will always cost you something. If you want to grow to be an effective leader, it will cost you something. Because I tell you, your style of leadership will not be common. The world is used to a tyrannical system. The world is used to a dictatorship kind of leadership structure. So when you come as a leader that wants everybody to be heard, or everybody to be free, everybody to express themselves, people will see you as weak, impotent, and not being able to lead them effectively. So you should ask yourself right now, how do I want to see my leadership evolve? There is a leader in you and it should evolve. Now, one other reason why leadership navigation is important is employee engagement. When leaders effectively navigate their teams, employees are more likely to be engaged, motivated, and invested in the organization's success. So when we focus on this, you are able to bring your employees, your workers, into that same vision you have seen. They didn't see that vision, right? But you can communicate that vision. When you say it, it creates a picture in their mind. It creates an expectation. It creates a future in their mind. And they are like, oh, I can follow this leader. And I know I'm going to get there. Now, a successful leader not only possesses a compelling vision, but also the ability to navigate the journey, allowing others to follow suit. A successful leader not only possesses a compelling vision, but also the ability to navigate the journey, allowing others to follow suit. Leadership is the ability to lead others to places they could not have gone without you. The thing is, many of these persons that are your crew members, they do not know how to even read a map. Talk less of knowing coordinates. Now, they will learn. But before they learn, they need somebody to direct them. Now, you know where you are going. You know how to navigate that boat. You know how to navigate that ship. You can set the course. I get what I'm saying. Set the course and let the people follow. So you are not just taking yourself, but you are taking people along. And that's what leadership means. Now, anyone can steer a ship, but it takes a leader to chart a course. That's what John C. Maxwell said that. Anyone can steer a ship, but it takes a leader to chart a course. Now, how do we rise as effective leaders in leadership navigation? How do we navigate effectively as leaders? How do we navigate effectively as leaders? I've said all this passing, but I want to explain more as we continue. Number one, take notes. Articulating a clear and compelling vision. Now, the foundation of leadership navigation lies in the ability to navigate, to articulate a compelling vision. It's not enough to have a vision. It must be conveyed in a way that resonates with others. A well-communicated vision inspires and motivates team members, aligning them towards a common goal. The vision acts as a North Star, guiding the organization towards its desired future state. It's a powerful, inspiring, and aspirational statement that encapsulates what the organization aims to achieve in the long term. A clear vision provides a shared purpose and direction for everyone in the organization. People want to be connected to a sense of purpose. What are we trying to do? What are we trying to achieve? Where are we going? So when you can articulate your vision and you can summarize it and tell them in literal terms, this is who I am, this is what I want to achieve, and I want you to follow me on this path, then they will ask, wow, I really want to live a life of purpose. And it seems like this person is somebody I can trust. This person is somebody I can follow, and they'll be able to buy into your vision. See, people cannot follow you till they are able to buy into your vision. You must get to that point where you're able to tell them that compelling vision. Compel them. I get what I'm saying. Compel them with how strong your vision is. Now, when articulating your vision, take notes. Be sure to link the vision to the organization's values and the broader purpose it serves. When team members see the alignment between their personal values and the vision, they are more likely to feel a sense of ownership and commitment. People won't just follow you because your vision is strong or solid. They follow you because your vision aligns with their values. Maybe a person that wants to help humanity, a person that feels everybody should be heard, a person that feels like there should be quality, a person that feels like new innovations should be made, and your vision or your company has that same thing at heart, they'll be willing to work with you. Actually, they'll be willing to give their time, resources, and commitment to your vision. Why? You have shared ideologies, shared value systems. I get what I'm saying. So you must take note of that as a leader. Simon Sinek said, start with why. You must start with the why. Why? And that concept emphasizes the fact and importance of explaining why the vision matters. Tell them this is the reason for this vision. You can't just be aiming at something without a reason. Are you getting me? There is a reason behind it. You must clearly articulate the purpose behind the vision and why it is worth pursuing. This fosters a sense of meaning and significance. Now we move to number 2. Number 2, you must establish values and foundational principles. Establishing values and foundational principles. See, this is like the foundation of every great business and every great organization. When you are able to establish solid values and solid principles, do you know why? People will not be committed or be effective or be orderly if there are no established values, if there are no foundational principles. So there must be, you must have principles that your organization lives with. I listened to Ibuko Aoshika a few days ago, and she said that as staffs, they know our values so much that if someone comes and tries to do fetish deals or tries to, do a kind of corrupt transaction, as staff, a member of staff, they do not really work with that person. That is because she was able to pass on her values to her workers, right? So as a leader, what you believe, help them believe it. Don't just believe it. What you know, help them know it. Your organization is one that has respect for people, right? Tell your workers they should have respect for people. That's why nowadays you go to many organizations, you are literally insulted. Now, the boss does not know that he just lost one client because of a staff that is ill-mannered and is poor in character. So you must be able to pass on that same values, that same principle to your colleagues, to your staff, to your workers. And that is what will help you as you grow. Now, values are the moral compass of the organization. Like I said, compass, talking about direction. They define the culture, behavior, and ethics that guide how the organization operates on a day-to-day basis. Senior leadership teams play a critical role in establishing these values as they set the tone for the entire organization's actions and interactions. So, they define the culture, the behavior. So, they literally define how things are done in the organization. They literally define the behavior of the workers. They literally define the ethics. What ethics do you stand with? Number 3, avoiding blind spots via collaboration. When you are navigating, one thing it helps you do is it's it gives you this sense of togetherness. Actually, it gives you this sense of unity. And when there is sense of unity, what I can't see, you'll be able to see it. For example, if I write the number 3 right now, somebody standing at a different angle will see it as M. Somebody will see it as letter E, right? Somebody will see it as the letter W. I get what I'm saying. But it's still the same thing I wrote. But we are all seeing it from different angles, different perspectives. So I'm telling you that when you are collaborating as a team, you avoid blind spots. So it means the mistakes that I didn't see, that I didn't envisage, somebody else will see it. Somebody else will see the loophole in the business and say, oh, boss, we are not supposed to do this. I get what I'm saying. And that little decision or that little contribution will literally be what will save that team. So when leading a team, collaborative decision making is key in order to avoid the potential pitfalls of relying solely on individual perspectives. Harnessing the power of collective intelligence and diverse viewpoints will ensure comprehensive and informed choices for the organization's direction and help you avoid one person's blind spots. You know, we are not all perfect in ourselves. So that's why we need each other, and that's why we must have a strong sense of unity, and the bond in our organization must be strong. That's why most organizations have retreats. I get to retreats where times they hang out, times they come together and review, they talk. Sometimes they have they try to have hangouts where they go and watch football. I get to me, they go to the restaurant, the manager and all the staff members, and they go to eat. I get what I'm saying. What do you know why leaders do things like that? They actually want that bond between their staff. You get to me, to be stronger. Because see, you cannot work effectively as a team and make tangible impact if there is no unity. So let there be unity. That is one thing that leadership navigation does for you. Number 4, hope you are blessed. Hope you are blessed. Right now, I'm immensely blessed also. You must be able to translate your plans into actions. This is one of the parts that a lot of leaders are missing. They do not translate their plans into actions. So they have great ideas. They have great ideologies. They have great concepts. That's the word. They have great concepts that they have visualized. But the capacity to turn that idea into something tangible and realistic is something they don't have. So having a navigation plan is just the beginning. The real test lies in execution. Effective leaders cast the navigation plan to their team members in a way that fosters commitment and ownership, communication, discussions, establishing key performance indicators. Regular reviews and holding individuals accountable are essential aspects of moving from a plan to a successful execution. So that's literally managing that project. I get what I'm saying. Your crew, they are literally like your crew members at that point. You must be able to review. Everybody has different offices, right? You have maybe, if you have maybe a company that does marketing, you have your publicity, you have your marketing department. I get what I'm saying. You have different departments in your organization. So everybody is literally doing something different. We are not all doing the same thing. But one thing that happens is when we are able to translate our actions into plans, it starts with us realizing that everybody is unique. I get what I'm saying. And everybody functions effectively when they are in their place. And if you are able to get everybody to do what they do best effectively, then the little efforts from each individual is what will eventually come together to make for the big and massive results that you will see in your company. You must understand that while the vision sets the destination, the action plan outlines the roadmap to reach that destination. It's about clarifying how the organization will achieve its long-term goals. Through actionable strategies, the action plan provides a framework that guides decision-making, resource allocation, and prioritization. So it's not just enough to know that I want to get to London. You must have a map. You must know the coordinates. You must be able to chart a course and say, if I get to so and so place on the map, then I'm on the path to London. I get what I'm saying. So the leader must be able to outline the roadmap that will help. And as a leader, you must have a long-term goal, a short-term goal. Where do I see this organization or this thing I'm building in 10 years? Where do I see it in 5 years? It's not being proud. It's not being overly ambitious. I get what I'm saying. God has given us the dominion mandate as believers to dominate the world. So I don't see it as being overly ambitious. The head He has given to us. So God wants us to literally go into all the world and literally make massive impact. So it's not you being overly ambitious. I get what I'm saying. Number 5, but not the least, you must be able to strike a balance between adaptation and stability. You must be able to strike a balance between adaptation and stability. Now, when an organization undergoes frequent and abrupt changes, it can lead to a host of challenges, including reduced trust, an atmosphere of uncertainty, loss of focus, ineffective implementation due to insufficient planning and communications, and even cultural instability. You won't always have everything figured out. That's just the summary of this. As a leader, you won't always have everything figured out. You started your journey that day, you never knew a storm will come. But the thing is, in as much as you won't always have everything figured out, you must still be able to know that as a leader, you must have the capacity to still be able to figure things out when they eventually turn out the way you didn't expect. I get me? Because you must understand that it's not just about you. It's about the people you are leading. You get what I'm saying? It's about the people you are leading. And you must understand that your decisions at that moment literally will affect everybody in your organization. So there will be challenges. Prepare your mind for challenges. Challenges will come on the part of leadership. Challenges will come. And sometimes that challenge will come from people in your organization. Some persons might be slack. Some persons might be lazy. Some persons might be ineffective. Some persons might lack this spirit of excellence. But you must understand, as a leader, you don't just give up on your people. Instead, you keep investing into them. You get what I'm saying? You adapt to that system till you make it stable. You adapt till you make it stable. Say, I adapt till I make it stable. And that's what makes you a great leader. Now, why change is inevitable in a dynamic business environment, the key lies in achieving a balance between evolution and stability. By focusing on incremental improvements, organizations can stay relevant in customers' minds, maintain employee trust, and create a culture of adaptability that is firmly rooted in their core values, embracing change when necessary, but doing so strategically and thoughtfully can position organizations for sustained success in an ever-changing world. So what I'm trying to say is, don't be rigid. You started off with this structure, with these principles. Don't be rigid. You can be flexible as a leader. I get me. Your leadership should evolve. Do not be rigid. The reason why many companies, many organizations have failed is because they decided to keep doing things the same way those things have been done for many years, for centuries. And the thing is, humans like variety. Humans want something new. So if you want people to really see you as a great leader, they want to see somebody that is not rigid, somebody that is flexible, somebody that is innovative. Innovative meaning you are adding something new to the table. I get what I'm saying. You are adding a new flavor to everything. Thank you so much. That will be all for tonight. I want to say that I'm really grateful to you for joining me on the show tonight. And I believe that you didn't just hear words, you were blessed. Your life was transformed. And I will always say, practice these things you have been taught. Make sure you practice what you have learned today, and you will see the leader in you emerge. The leader in you will emerge stronger. And I want to encourage you to walk with God, because God, like I always say, is your first leader before you eventually are a leader to your people. Your people must follow you as you follow Christ. So it means you are also following a leader. So God helps you to become a better leader at that. And you can also watch other broadcasts from this ministry on our Facebook page and every other social media platform, majorly Facebook. So if you have any question, you can send in your questions. Drop them in the comment section, and we'll reply your questions and address them even in subsequent editions of the show. Comment and share this stream with others, and somebody's life will be changed through your kind act of generosity. I do not want to leave, but it's about time. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining me. I remain your host, Fekwerite Emmanuel, and it's a wonderful privilege being your anchor for this show. And I want to say that keep growing, keep being that leader that you are meant to be. And I know we see ourselves in greater places. The sky is just our starting point. See you next week for another powerful edition of the Lead Well Leadership Show. Bye bye.